everyone, Daddy Warbucks here, and today we are continuing our playthrough of the Ghosts of Saltmarsh. We've already completed the Sinister Secret of Saltmarsh, and after that, the party has returned to the city of Saltmarsh, and they were told by the captain that they were going to spend some time here, and that's kind of where we're just going to pick up, with the party in town. Okay. So, I'm gonna say it's been a couple days since the the encounters aboard the Sea Ghost, and you guys had returned to town. So you've had a couple days to kind of relax and stretch your legs and just kind of recover from the exhausting ordeal that it was. And so we're going to start with everybody still in town, and you once again have the opportunity to conduct any business that you need in town, explore a little bit, anything that you would like before we move on, I suppose. So, if nobody has anything, then we can just move forward. But thought I'd give you at least the shot.
I would like to take all the rest of the numbers off that map, like the ones above us and then the ones at the very bottom. So 4, 5, 6, 21, 22, 23, 20.
Okay.
Sounds like a plan.
So is the whole party going, or is it just are we splitting off again?
No, I'll go. I'll join you.
Yeah, I'll join them as well, but at some point I'll use some time to scare Iva spell into my spellbook. But it's only 5 hours, so it's quite a low amount of time.
Well, remember, there's been a couple days. We kind of had a few day time skip, so you could just add it and say that it's already done.
Yep.
Yeah, and I'm assuming that I would have been doing this over the off days as well. And there's one other thing I'd like to do as well after this.
Sure. So where would just so I make sure I have it correct, that would be Dusk, Finn, Barrels, and then Mark and Quandle going with them, or staying at your house?
I'll go with them.
Okay.
I'll stay.
Alrighty. So where would the group be headed first?
Let's go down to 4, 5, and 6. Start south today.
I'm going to avoid the baggage, and I'll swim to the other side and ask someone to take my bag.
I got the back.
Okay. No, I do not. That's a lie. Alright, so to 21?
Sure.
Alright. As you head out, you can see that this large building, it has a very prominently displayed anchor on a sign hanging above the main door.
All right. If there's no words, I will just walk inside.
Okay. When you walk in, there really isn't much of a building. There's a couple tables kind of sitting around there, and you see several people kind of mulling about. There's a notice board kind of hung on the wall, and examining the notice board, you can see that this is seems to be some sort of a guild hall. It's a place where mariners and other seamen can kind of come and, you know, put postings up like, in need of a crew. You know, this is I need workers for the docks and other such things. So when you look around at the people inside, all of them are have various, you know, they all look very, very different and varied, but they all have telltale signs of being, you know, like shipwrights and crewmen, and it's full of men and women that would make their lives on the sea. And you can hear people talking about different methods for, you know, rigging the mast, and, you know, these are the fishing techniques that we found work best, and it's just kind of people hanging out and swapping information.
What's the status of our ship at the moment? Is it in the city?
No, they've shoved off, remember?
Okay, so they haven't come back.
Does it look like there's anything on that board that would interest us?
No, not really. The notices on the board seem to mostly be for looking for dock hands, people to lug equipment and help load ships.
All right, well, if no one has any objections, just keep moving.
Does it look like there is a lot of some jobs available?
Dock hands. That's the primary thing you see on the board. They're always looking for more men to help load and unload ships that come to the docks.
Okay, I guess that's quite normal and not anything special at the moment.
Nah, it doesn't look like it.
Yep, I guess we can get going then.
All right. So then, just gonna continue to 22.
Yes, please.
Okay. You can see that when you approach this building, it's smaller. It seems like another residential, and as you approach, you can see the blinds closed, and you hear a locking sound as somebody fastens the door.
Going to knock politely.
Go away.
We just wanted to say hello. We're your new neighbor.
Hello and goodbye.
I just look towards the party. That's a little rude, but okay. Let's keep going.
Seems like a good man. Doesn't disturb us. Most likely.
All right. Moving along to the next building. It's another large stone complex. But this one, when you approach, you can see that there are several wooden furnishings out front. There are a couple people just kind of sitting in like chairs and benches, and, you know, lounging about. And above the door is another signpost. This one with a large wooden mallet and a chisel. You can also hear a cacophony of sound when you approach the door, as you can hear the banging of hammers and other various tools in use.
Same situation. Just walk up to the door. If it's unlocked, stick my head in and announce myself.
You're largely ignored, as when you look in, you can see that there is a great number of carpenters and woodworkers that are busily, constructing various objects around the guild hall. You can see that there is one person in particular that doesn't seem occupied. A small female gnome who walks up to you, and she kind of looks at all of you, and she's like, "Yes? You don't look like carpenters, so you must be looking to buy something. What can I do?"
Hello. We got off the ship here a couple days ago. We've done some work around the town. We have the house that's just 2 or 3 doors down. Just wanted to stop in, say hello, introduce ourselves, and see if there's anything we can do around.
Anything to do, huh?
Yeah, we're looking for work, trying to see if we can make your town a better place.
Well, I don't know about making it better, but I do know something that I could use.
And what would that be?
Well, you'll see, we are, we're not just simple tradesmen. We're artisans. And we're always looking for ways to improve our craft. And there are, I've heard tales of very exquisite trees and materials that, if you can bring me some of its lumber, I would be very, very grateful.
What type of trees and from where?
Well, there is a, she kind of looks at you. Dude, don't judge me. In the marshes, there is a tree that is said to be particularly large. It'll be the biggest one in the forest by far. Ancient, dead, but in the old days, the people of Saltmarsh used to call this the hanging tree. And it is where all the criminals and smugglers and vagrants that came through Saltmarsh would be executed. I'd like you to retrieve one of the boughs from the hanging tree and bring it to me.
It sounds particularly dangerous.
Well, I will pay you handsomely if you were to recover it. Just, if you happen to be out and about.
Can you define handsomely, please?
She just kind of shrugs her shoulders and starts to walk away. Oh, I don't know.
All right. Well, if we're in that area, we'll take a look for you. Just a question: do you know anything about the gentleman who has the house just to the south?
Oh, Ingo the Drover. He's harmless. Just very secretive and likes his solitude.
All right. Well, does anyone else have anything to say or do here?
Nope.
All right. One more house up here to the north, and then 3 more to the south.
As you approach, hey, look at this guy.
No, thank God.
As you approach the end of the road here, you can see that it's just a collection of small houses. And you can see a little signpost, just near the Carpenters Guild Hall. And the little signpost denotes that this little row of buildings is known as Crabber's Cove. And you can see that the buildings are all weathered, and it looks like they've been abandoned years ago. And you can see that thousands of crabs have taken up residence in the crumbling remains. Yep.
Should we take a look?
I'm down to walk around, see if there's any sort of life here. Tends to be poor people living in these areas. Maybe we can get some information.
Alright, you begin to walk into Crabber's Cove. But when you do, remember, I said there were people at the Carpenters Guild Hall kind of sitting outside? They kind of pipe up, "I wouldn't do that if I were you."
And why is that?
Well, when all the crabs moved in, there were a lot of the fisher folk that would go to Crabber's Cove, think it'd be easy pickings, Just scoop them up, and take them and sell them in the green market. Easy money, But, a lot of people disappearing into the clacking darkness, never to be seen again. And many of us here on the sea are superstitious. This is clearly a holy land. Some sea goddess has claimed it as her own, and best not to be walking in and mucking about in her business.
What do you think, guys? I'm down to go and take a peek.
It's piqued my interest, but don't you think we should wait for Sweet Pea and Matt, or go get them?
Yeah, maybe we should wait. We can swing by if we want after we explore the rest of the town. But I'm definitely interested in going in here. The captain told us to do some good in the town, and if people are disappearing up here, it's probably something to look into.
Yep, sounds like a good idea.
So, if I understood correctly, you guys are going back to the house to get Sweet Pea and Mark?
I'd like to explore the rest of the town first. There's 3 or 4 places down to the south, and then we can swing by and pick them up. So we should probably figure out what we're going to do next. We've got a couple of things we can do in the meantime.
I mean, we still have to help the police out here, don't we? Or the guard, whatever they're called.
Yeah, they wanted us to go into that into the woods to figure out what's going on with some cultists.
I think we should probably go look at these houses down in the south, and then grab Sweet Pea and Mark and probably go do that. I think that'd be more helpful than Crabber's Cove at the minute.
Okay. So, 5? 4?
I don't know what's happening.
What do you mean?
Yeah, 5, 4, 5. Is it 4? 4, 5, and 6, and then go back, grab Mark and Sweet Pea.
Well, he's in the game.
Just go.
Oh, okay.
lowest
Yeah,
to highest.
I just crashed for a something kicked me out. I'm back.
All right. So traveling to the south, you guys see number 4 first. It's a small it's a small building. Okay, it's obviously someone's home, but there is a crude sign hanging under the window, and written on it, it just says, "No need to knock, enter."
It's my type of place.
And when you enter into the building, you can see that it very much is someone's home. I mean, it's, kitchen on the right, main living space, off of the entrance, stairs that lead up into second floor. But the peculiar thing is, in every room, from floor to ceiling, wall to wall, bookshelves with a large number of books.
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 Someone's happy.
Yeah, but he's not with us.
Does it look like this is set up like a bookstore type of place? Or just someone who's like really interested in books?
Well, another thing to note when you walk in, there is an elderly human man. He's kind of hunched over in his old age, and he leans heavily on a cane. But as you enter, he kind of holds his hands out, and he's shaking a little bit. He's like, "Oh, hello! Welcome!"
Hello. How are you doing today, sir?
"I am excellent. Have you come to peruse books from my library?"
Oh, we're new to town. We've just been exploring, but we do have someone in our group. He's not here with us, but he will be very interested in your life.
"Oh, excellent. That makes me very happy."
How long have you been in the town? This is quite a collection you've got here.
"Oh, I settled into Saltmarsh maybe 15, 20 years ago. Before that, I was a soldier. Sailed the seas, protecting everyone from thugs and vagrants, and during my time in the service, I would occupy my mind with the glory of reading. Collected many books in my travels, and now I have them here for anyone to use."
Would you happen to have something that you would call an encyclopedia or a dictionary of some sort?
"Oh yes, of course."
I would like to use it for some time, if it's possible.
"Oh, absolutely. You're free to borrow as many books as you would like. Just you must return them at some point."
Okay, I'll take a couple, let's say.
So he gives you and he goes to a shelf and starts to grab books. Then he stops and looks back at you. "In what language?"
I think common would be good.
So he gets a couple larger leather-bound tomes, and he brings them over. And here's a encyclopedia and a dictionary.
Thank you. This will be a good help with our second.
Have you ever heard of an object called a koalish?
"Oh, yes. I believe I've read about them once. They were supposed to be large iron barrels you could use to traverse the sea."
You don't happen to have any books on that topic here, do you?
Oh no, I don't think I do. I think the book that I had seen it in was a work of fiction. So I don't know how informative it would be. But I do know that such an object exists.
And how do you know that?
Oh, it's just one of those things that you would learn over many, many years. It's just the same way that I know of other strange and wonderful objects, as I'm sure you do.
That's a fair point. Seeing as how you've been in town so long, do you mind if I ask you a few questions?
If you'd like.
We've been tasked to do some good here around town, and just talking to people to see what we can do to help. Someone's mentioned a hanging tree. Do you happen to know anything about?
Ah, in the marshes. Yes. Back, way back, the people of Saltmarsh would use it to execute their criminals. Said to be haunted. But
Yeah.
eventually the marsh overtook the land, and it's much too dangerous for the regular folk of Saltmarsh to traverse anymore, you know, with the lizard folk and the Bullywugs and rampant ogres and whatnots that live in the marsh. So eventually they stopped using it, and I think it was around that time that they erected the prison.
Interesting. Do you happen to know anything about the cultists in the forest?
Cultists? What cultists?
Yeah, there's a message board outside of one of your places, the tower, that says there's some cultists in the forest nearby, and they need to be taken care of.
Oh, that's news to me. I don't leave my home much. I don't get around as much as I used to, and sometimes some of the local folk will help bring me groceries and other such, but I'm not much in the way of gossip.
Is there anything you need specifically? Anything that would help you out?
Kind of strokes his beard for a moment. I don't believe there is. Uh, I'll tell you though, I'm always looking to add more books to my library. If you find anything that's interesting, we can add it to my collection here, so that everybody can benefit from its knowledge.
Well, we plan to do a fair amount of exploring, so if we do find anything, we'll definitely bring it by. One more question. Do you know anything about Crabber's Cove? We were told that it's been a source of disturbance.
I love you, Daddy Robot.
Wonder, thank you for the sub and welcome to the family, man. Appreciate it. Ah, yes, Crabber's Cove. I've heard whispers from the townsfolk that it's haunted, and that they think an angry deity of the sea has sent the crabs to mark it as sacred land and other such poppycock. It's all ridiculous. I mean, it's just crabs coming in to sit in the dark and damp places that have washed up along the coast. It is all.
And that's a fair point. One last thing before we go. Do you know anything about Ingo?
Go. I don't know that name. Who is he?
He lives just north of the docks. Gentleman referred to him as Ingo the said he's just likes his solitude.
I'm afraid I don't know him. Saltmarsh may not be that large, but I'm afraid I don't know everyone.
All right. Well, that is perfect. I greatly appreciate your time.
Okay. Where next?
Five, I believe.
That sounds good to me.
All right. As you approach number 5, you see that this building is set further off the road than any of the others. And that this is also stone construction, but the stone is, the architecture is much different than all the others. Just not something you can quite put your finger on, but it's obvious that whoever made this building was much more skilled than whoever made the other ramshackle houses around town. And as you approach, you can see that there are several signs that have been stuck into the ground leading up to this building, and they all have not very neighborly slogans and epithets on them. And you can see that the building, it has been defaced. Despite its beautiful architecture, it looks like someone has pelted it with produce that is leaving streaks and rotting on the outside, and that all of the windows have been hastily boarded over.
What do you guys think? Should we approach and say hello, or it seems like this person doesn't really want a lot of visitors?
I think we keep our distance for now. We are new in town, and if we're seen approaching a house that's doing like this, it could put a bad mark upon us as well.
I think I neglected to mention something that might make things a little clearer. These signs with all these very rude and kind of hateful things written on them, you can tell that they're directed towards the people inside this building, and there are a couple that just straight up say things like "no dwarves."
Oh, we definitely keep a distance. We like dwarfs.
Oh wait, you said the signs looked like they were put by other people or by this person?
No, other people. They are directed towards the people that live in the house, in the building. I mean, they didn't smear their own home with produce.
All right, well, screw that. I'm like, I look at these guys like, this isn't cool. I'm going up. This is garbage.
Right. They're like, I don't see what's going on here. All right, so walking up, knock on the door. It's very quiet. Eventually someone opens the door. And as you look down, you can see that there is a dwarven man kind of looking up at you. What do you want?
I just wanted to say hello. We're new to town, making our rounds, saying hello, introducing ourselves, seeing if anyone needs help. But quite honestly, those sides out front pissed me off so much that I just wanted to come up and say hello. I'm not like those other.
That's a lot.
Pardon me?
He opens the door fully, letting you look inside, and you see that standing behind him were two large constructs that were holding weapons ready to attack whoever is on the other side of the door. At the mention of the command word, you see that both of the constructs relax and begin to move away from the door. suppose you can
My
come
friend,
in.
I like your style. I turn around if the party's with me. He's like, hey guys, he's got people like Mark. Do you guys wanna? You wanna?
Yeah. Yep. Let's just go in.
You sound like a dwarf sympathizer.
Whoa, 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 whoa!
Barrels!
Barrels, that's a no-go. Nope, perfect opportunity. Barrels, no.
I'm assuming you said that before you reached the dwarf's earshot.
Yep.
So, you walk in. You can see there's a couple other doors around, and the man puts out his hand. Hi. Name is Seth. I just work here at the mining company's headquarters. What can we do for you?
My name's Dusk. Reach out, shake his hand as best I can. We're off the Seven Kingdoms from Captain Udenang, and we've just done some work around the town, trying to help out as best we can, make this place a little better.
You can't. Saltmarsh is a festering black pit. Nothing good is here.
I gotta say, I kind of agree with you, but those are our captain's orders, so we gotta try. Those are very interesting things you've got back there. Did you make them? Find them?
Aye, we made them. Call them Shield Guardians. And
Yeah, very, very, very interesting. And you said you work at the mining quarters. What do you do down?
we mine.
Why not? That's a fair assumption, I guess.
Aye, it is. It is.
Being new residents of the town, is there anything you need to pass on other than some of the townsfolk being fairly racist?
Ignorant, stupid humans. Doesn't matter. We're only here to mine the mountain. And then we need to have a headquarters here in town. Someplace to conduct business. The locals tolerate us, but it's only because they need our ore. I would love for nothing more than to mine the mountain empty. Then we can be gone from this wretched place.
Yeah, my friend, I feel for you. I really do. Well, like I said, we're walking around town. Is there anything you need done? You said a mining headquarters. I don't think we've been there yet. Do you know where about that is? Is it in?
You're standing in it.
No. Well, shit. Is there any work you need done in and around the mines?
No, sir. We are quite capable of managing our own. But I can appreciate your hospitality. Puts his hand out. Manistrad Copperlocks.
Well, my friend, it is a pleasure to meet you. My name is Dusk Huntsbane.
And you are? And he looks at the rest of the group.
I am Quandal Valianas. Nice to meet you.
He looks to Barrels.
This is Barrels. He doesn't doesn't speak much, and usually in riddles.
You sound like a dwarf. End of statement. Just.
Well, we'll leave you to it then. But just so you know, we've got a house just to the north of the docks, over by the Carpenters Guild. If you ever need anything or just want to come by and talk, feel.
I'll extend the same invitation to you. If you ever have need for a quality blacksmith, if you want someone who knows how to work iron and process ore, you come to us. Our doors will open to you.
Ooh, on that note, I'm gonna reach into the bag of holding and pull out one of the bars of the what was it? We got them off the ship.
Electrum.
That's it.
Yeah, they were Electrum bars.
Do you happen to have any need for something like this? Willing to pay for it?
Actually, yes. Can I see it?
Absolutely.
You set the Electrum bar onto the table, and he pulls up. It's maybe 2 inches long. And you see it's got a crystal set into the far end, and he holds it up to his eye and starts looking at the bar. Oh yes, this is very fine. How much did you want for this?
Look, I'll be completely honest with you. I like you. I have no idea what it's worth. What do you think it's?
This much Electrum? The whole bar is probably worth 50 gold.
I'm gonna incite that.
Okay, he's telling the truth.
Devils also. Insight. He's telling the truth, like no matter what.
Yeah, he's telling the truth.
All right. Well, they're not only mine, so just look to the rest of the party. You guys, I don't even know if you knew this. I picked these up off the ship. We've got a few more in the bag. Do you want to sell?
I don't think we have much use with them.
Yeah, what are you gonna do with a metal bar? You hit someone with it like a brick.
Yeah, I mean, other than we put them in another bag and smack people over the head with them, what are we actually going to do with it?
Sounds fair to me. All right. We've got 10 in total. You willing to take?
We will, yeah. And he pulls out 50 platinum pieces.
50 platinum.
500 gold. Unless my conversion is like way off.
No, that's correct.
Yeah.
All right. That is perfect. Thank you very much for your time.
He nods and takes your bars and starts going to the back.
All right. One more house.
You begin to approach, and you can see what appears to be a large 3-story tower. That's it. It's just a large tower here. Not a tower on the map. Whoever made the map should be shot. But that's what the description says. It's a large 3-story tower.
No, that's awesome. Yep. Same old, same old. Walk up, say hello.
When you knock on the door, you can see a man, middle-aged. He's got very dark, kind of dusk skin, bald head, which is currently wrapped in a bright red silk cloth, and he is very, very tall. He's nearly 7 feet. Makes him a very, very unmistakable figure.
Hello, sir. My name is Dusk. Do you mind if I have a moment of your time?
Yes? How can I help you?
My friends and I are new to town. We've been tasked with doing some good around Saltmarsh, and I'm just saying hello to the residents, seeing if there's anything anyone needs, introducing ourselves, getting to know.
Haha. Well, my name is Kaladek. It is a pleasure to meet you.
You as well. Is this human, dwarf, elf?
He is human.
That's an interesting name you've got there. Did you choose it, or was that given to you?
He looks at you very confused. Did you choose your name?
I did indeed.
Then you are very strange. And what is your name?
My name is Dusk.
That is a very peculiar name.
No more or less than anyone else's. You've got a lovely tower here. Have you been in town long?
I arrived in Saltmarsh several years ago, yes. I traveled from the far east, from the lands of Character.
And why settle in Saltmarsh?
Why not? As good a place as any.
That's a fair point. Well, I don't want to take up too much of your time. Again, just saying hello, seeing if is there anything you need by any chance, anything we can do to help.
That depends. What services do you and yours have to offer? Keladek always looks for the adventurous and fortuitous types.
We fall into both of those categories. We were contemplating heading into the forest to clear out some cultists for the town, but if there's something more interesting, we're definitely interested.
Keladek seeks things of an exotic nature. If you ever find anything that is magical, spell components, reagents, I would be interested in these.
You definitely have my attention. We can definitely help you out with that. Can I just get an overall, like, an insight check just to see if he's giving off like a trustworthy or a creepy?
I guess insight wouldn't really tell you that. Wouldn't you decide if he's being creepy or not?
I don't know. what the hell? I'm going to reach into the bag of holding and pull out that spell book that's been cut in half and say, what do you think of this? Is this something you might be interested in? Could you help us put it together?
Oh. Where did you find this?
It was up at the haunted house.
Very interesting. Yes, actually, I would like to peruse this. Can I have it?
It is not mine to give. However, just let me talk to my friend. What do you guys think?
I don't know if we do anything with that book. At least I cannot fix it.
I mean, I really don't trust people that are over 6 foot, but it's...
Wow. And Barrels has something else.
Yeah, where you go?
I'm not meant to be the good influence here.
Is there anything you'd be willing to trade for the book?
He looks around. Like what? What are you looking for that I could provide?
Primarily things that don't get us killed. Healing potions, magic items, things like that. Something that'll help us do more.
I can provide. I will give you 2 potions of healing for this broken spellbook.
Deal.
Alright. He takes the 2 halves of the spellbook, one in each hand. He touches them together, and you can see that the pages begin to mend themselves. And then he takes the now whole spellbook back into the tower and returns with your 2 potions.
Ah, it's wonderful. I'm happy we could come to some sort of arrangement. Like I said, if we find more, we'll definitely be coming your way.
Excellent. Yes. This pleases Kedladek. Does it smell like a bone swarm? No, definitely not. These guys are only like level 2.
All right, gentlemen, anything else, or are we good here?
No, they're all level 3.
I think we are good. I still want to keep my spellbook that I found.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
All right, Kelladek, thank you for your time.
As you mention his name, he begins to smile. Yes. Wonderful. It was a pleasure.
Ooh, Kelladek, before we go, just one quick question. Do you happen to know anything about Crabber's Cove? Let's talk about being haunted.
He kind of looks at you for a moment. It is not any concern of mine.
I can respect that. All right, back to find the group.
Alright, so now everybody back to the house to pick up the other 2.
Yeah, I guess. So, do we go to the Cove or the chase the cultists?
Sorry, I didn't hear that.
Would you like to go to the Cabber's Cove or chase the cultists?
I'm feeling like a little cultist party would be fun, but I mean, it's up to everyone else too.
I'm fine with the cultists. Maybe we'll find some books with them.
How far away is this marsh?
It would be miles away. Give me a second, I can find out the exact. Okay, so not miles. It looks like it would be maybe 800 feet outside town.
Oh, nice and close.
Yeah.
Well, like I said, I'm good with some cultists first, and if we want to, we can swing by that tree after.
I think. Doesn't actually have a
sounds good.
scale on here. Alright, so you guys are going to leave town. Or at least you would if you weren't approached by another courier. You guys. The council would like to see you again.
Again? Why do they need us?
Not my place to ask. I'm just the messenger. They told me to come and fetch you and to take you to the council hall.
I'll look at the others. Do you want to go?
Oh, we're being summoned. Let's go speak
Yeah.
to these.
Might as well.
Okay.
Just a quick question. What type of healing potions were those? Normal?
Yeah, normal. Alright. You guys go to the council hall, which you've been to before. The same kind of group of people are there. The Saltmarsh, the Owlins, and a couple representatives from the City Watch. And as you approach, Saltmarsh puts his hands out, says, "Oh, thank goodness! I was so very frightened that you might have left town."
Well, we were about to.
Oh no.
What do you want?
Well, it seems that we have some very pressing matters to attend to. Now, I know that it's been several days, but you must refresh my memory. Did you not say that during your trials on the Sea Ghost that you encountered lizard folk?
We brought one of them back to you.
Oh, that is correct. Yes. Why did you neglect to remind me of this? He turns to the city. It does not matter. You see, in the days that have passed, as you're well aware, the Sea Ghost had burned to the ground, and over the past couple days, the remnants have been washing up to shore. One of the watchmen found a crate, and once having opened it, we found a very crude and waterlogged map that seemed to provide some more information. It would seem that these lizard folks, the map and some of the other documents we recovered said that the lizard folks were trying to acquire some ores from the smugglers. Ores that they would use to make weaponry. And it appears the lizard folk are preparing for a large-scale attack. At this point, the Owlins speak up. Against Saltmarsh. We're all in danger.
And you need our help?
Well, yes. We need someone to investigate what the lizard folk are doing. And, if possible, to try and make an agreement with them on behalf of Saltmarsh. Find out why they are planning to attack us. And, if possible, convince them against such a course of action. Saltmarsh speaks up. I need to impress upon you. The lizard folk tribe in the marshes are quite large. We would be forced to evacuate the town, to abandon everything. There's no way we could fend them off.
What lengths are you willing to go to convince them to not attack?
Well, that is up to you. What we have not much else. I mean, we've already paid you all very exorbitant sums before. This, and he holds up 700 gold pieces. This is what we can give to you, the party. But as far as agreements to make with the lizard folk, I don't know. I'm hoping maybe you can convince them.
We can definitely try. Looking around the party, does anyone speak their native language by any chance?
I don't think I do.
Native language? What would that be?
I personally don't know, but it never hurts to speak to someone their own language when you're trying to convince. Well, what the heck? What direction should we be going? Where's this? What can I have that map?
The map is not of any use. It just shows that the lizard folk are located in the whole marshes. You just head from town, heading west. You'll find it.
All right. Is there anything else we should know before we go? Any types of native species that we need to watch out for? Any sort of environmental hazard?
In the swamps?
Yes.
Well, it can be very treacherous. There's quicksand and slimes that will drop down from the trees above. And then there's all types of manner. The marshes are quite dangerous. Which we've already told you, but you don't remember apparently. Bullywugs, the lizard folks themselves, various other monsters and beasts, and I had even heard about ogres that travel through.
All right. That's the second time I've heard the name Bullywugs today. What are those?
Bullywugs? They are frog-like humanoids. Short in stature, maybe the size of a goblin, or between the size of a goblin and a dwarf, I would say. But they are frog-like and not often very pleased to have people intruding on their land.
That's good to know. Anything else, guys, before we take off and give this a shot?
No, I'm set to go. Let's go. Be diplomat.
We diplomatic. Huh.
If we take some time in town, I can learn a spell that will let me understand their language, but not speak it. I think that could be useful.
That sounds wise, especially if there's these frog creatures too.
Okay. So what
Okay.
is it? An hour to scribe comprehend languages?
It's 2 hours and 50 gold, and I need someone to lend it to me because I have none.
I'll toss you 50 gold.
Okay, so I'm learning comprehend languages. It was in the spellbook of the alchemist.
Right.
While he's scribing, can I head up to that shady dwarf who I bought the thieves' tools from? I'd like to see if I can unwind those.
Winston.
Yes, if I can unload those bolts of silk to Winston.
Oh, absolutely. Yes, I'll take those right off your hands.
How much are we talking here?
I thought I told you the value of the cloth, because I don't have those notes available.
I don't think I wrote that down, but I can take later.
I off the top of my head, pretty sure that they're 50 each, and there were 3 of them.
I thought there were 5.
See, I don't remember. All right. Anything else from anyone before you head out on this diplomatic mission on the behalf of Saltmarsh?
No.
Nope, I'm good.
I'm fine.
I'm good.
Yeah, sounds like we can go.
Okay. So you guys begin traveling through the marsh. Very cautiously, I'd assume, being told of the dangers of quicksand and other such environmental hazards. Which is great.
Yes.
Because as you travel through, if the party's traveling at like a slower pace and they're on guard for these things, you would be able to spot them. You can see the quicksand and just kind of step around from it. You can also see various places where there looks like a yellowish flowers that definitely look like they're poisonous, and green chunks of mold that you recognize from the caves inside the haunted house. And you manage to avoid all of those things. However, as you are traveling, you make your way deeper into the marsh, and you happen upon a large cave that's set into the side of a hill. It's a big marshy mound, and it is black inside. And as you approach, you hear croaking sounds coming from all around you.
I'm looking for a shadow to hide in.
In this area of the marsh, the water is quite deep, being almost 2.5 feet high, making this all difficult terrain. And there are miscellaneous trees and things that you could duck behind if you're trying to get cover. However, you will be unable to, as you position yourself behind a tree, you can see that coming opposite from behind you, kind of rising up out of the water, completely hidden before. No! bullywugs. And they approach with spears drawn, ready to attack. If you haven't already, roll initiative while I position the bullywugs around you. I like bullywugs. Alright. And wow, your guys' rolls are terrible.
Yeah, those are trash.
Alright, Mark, looks like you are up first. Also looks like I
Okay,
need to restart the API.
I'm going to move to here. And I'm going to attack the Bullywug. Pew.
That is a miss. He very nimbly hops out of the way, seemingly unimpeded by the very deep water. And then the bullywugs. There we go. Now it wants to work. They are going to advance. And when they move forward, they don't so much as swim through the water as there is a splash and a burst of water as they leap high into the air and land in the area next to you. It's very sudden and somewhat frightening as they land and lunge with their spears. And we're just going to start with the one that's highlighted next to Dusk, and then we'll move around clockwise. So, we have... Don't you whisper me. God. Give me 1 second. That was a 19 for 4 piercing. But I'm going to set it to be public. Okay. So 4 on Dusk. And then another 3. And then here we go versus Sweet Pea. 4 to you.
4.
And then to Mark. Jesus. Jesus! You're gonna take 10. And then to Finn.
I'm gonna cut in words the
9th.
first attack.
Oh, okay. Alright, go ahead and roll. What is it? D6 at level 2?
D6.
3?
Yeah, D6.
Okay. As long as you don't roll a 1, he'll miss. Hey, alright, he misses. And then you take 2. And then this one here is going to attack Quandle. And hits for 2. And then this one attacks Barrels. And hits for 7. Now, as these guys attack you, you can see that there are several more bullywugs watching. They are further out, and there's another large circle around you. And among all of these, you can even see in the mouth of the cave, and with many other bullywugs between it and you, there's one bullywug riding on top of a giant toad, and he seems to be presiding over all of this. Sweet Pea.
I'll be going into a raid
No.
and taking the swing at that.
Oh, that is a dead bullywug.
Nice. Then I'll just settle over here, and that's it.
Dusk.
All right, the one to the south of myself.
Okay, it's a hit. And a dead
And then-
bullywug.
All right, so can I use an offhand on a different?
Yes, you can.
All right, so the one to the north.
It's a miss. Quandle.
Okay, I'll move this way and attempt to stab.
Yeah, dead bullywug.
I guess that's all.
In.
You said this is difficult terrain, right?
Yes.
Because I can't actually move anywhere as a midget. I'm gonna look at this guy and I'm just gonna say, "You look like you'd make a good handbag." Vicious mockery.
Vicious mockery. And this is on which one? Paying attention. Sorry.
That guy.
Alright. He takes 3.
And that will be everything I can do.
Barrels?
Torn whip against the same target that just got insulted.
And okay.
That's my turn.
Mark.
Okay, attacking the Bullywug.
Jeez.
Bullywug. Oh no.
Okay.
And then I'll use my reconstruction. And heal for 7.
Alright, the bullywugs. As they are fighting against you, you can see the one riding the giant toad begins to make a series of very aggressive gestures pointing towards your group as he croaks commands to the other bullywugs. You can see 3 more bullywugs begin to run towards the fight. They're gonna be them ending their movement, and then the 3 that are still alive attacking Dusk, Mark, and Barrels. Jesus. All right, Dusk,
Gross.
take 5, and Mark.
I've got in words the damage on the crit. Sorry, it wasn't quick enough.
Where are we at in the tracker? You. Yes, you can do that. You have your reaction. Go ahead. Okay, so take 3, Mark. And then, where's the last one? Oh, Barrels. No, I did it. Crap, that's always the worst. Six, 7, 8.
Can you stop critting me like every turn?
Sorry, man. That's like my 6-1. Sleepy.
I'll just squeeze in here and hit the guy above me.
Dead bullywug.
Liquid.
Then I'll. Yeah, that should be it.
Dusk.
I'm gonna turn towards the guy on the frog and shout out, How many more of your people do you need us to kill before you actually face us, you coward? And then shoot the one with that's next to Mark.
He just croaks at you. Shoot at the one next to Mark. Yep. Dead Bullywug.
And then 5, 10, 15, I'm going to move down to about here.
What's your movement?
45.
Oh, shoot, yeah. Quandle?
I'll begin my blade song, and that will give me 10 more movement. I go up and cast Ice Knife on the middle one.
Nice.
Ooh, alright. You hit the first one for 8. And then they all are going to make a dex save to avoid the 2 cold.
Yep.
Looks like 2 fails and a pass.
Okay, then that will be all.
Finn.
How far away is the big guy on the toad?
How far away? He is from you about 80 feet.
Okay, so I'm gonna move. I take the dash. 25, 50. I can move 25 feet. I move to there. And that'll be my turn.
Alright. Barrels.
A bonus action.
What's up, Namaki?
Unicorn totem. And I'm going to cast Cure Wounds on myself.
Okay.
So I
Yes,
heal
it is.
for 8, and
Yes, that every
everybody in
Sunday.
the circle heals for 3.
So everybody heals 3.
That's amazing. And that little graphic is beautiful.
Best unicorn totem ever.
That's my turn.
Alright, Mark.
Here. And then I'm going to throw
That's what I thought it was.
Bullywug in the middle.
Alright. 16, and this is at whom?
In the middle.
Alright, that's a dead Bullywug.
Okay, then I will snap the trident back to my hand using my bonus action. And that's it.
Okay. The Bullywugs will take their turn now. Since Quandle did the majority of damage, you see them both kind of disappear for a moment as they hunch down under the water. And then once again, another explosion as they propel themselves through the air and land adjacent to you. And then we're going to make some attacks. Sweet Pea, Quandle. Misses versus Sweet Pea. Hit for 2 on Quandle. 2, that's it. Take that 2.
Took the 2.
Also, as you guys are taunting the Bullywug leader, Gulpa is also going to join the fight, leaping forward, landing here. I think it was Finn that was actually shouting to him, right?
No.
Dusk.
Are you sure? I'm pretty sure it was Finn. Oh, I whispered. I'm gonna unwhisper it. Turn that back on. Alright, here we go again. Finn, take 18 and you are grappled.
Holy shit.
Alright,
We're gonna
gonna try
remove
and
some
make
of
a
that
miss?
damage. Yeah.
Or
No, I'm gonna reduce the damage from the piercing.
okay.
That didn't do. Okay, so that's what does that remove it to?
3, and you just chops 3 off, so instead of 18 it's 15. Alright, and as you've been swallowed by the giant toad, I think that's it. Oh, no, there's more. Because you're not swallowed, you're just in its mouth. Alright, so that's the toad. And then the Bullywug, riding on top of it, gonna attack Mark. God, whisper. 17's a miss, right? Mark?
Yep.
Okay, so 17 is a miss. 18 will hit you for 9.
It's a miss.
Oh, your AC's 20. Never mind. Sweet Pea.
Alright, I'll try to finish off this guy. That's a miss.
Yeah, that's a miss.
Then that's it.
And then Dusk.
I'm going to move up to here and take 2 shots.
(13 and 17). The 17 will hit.
And I think is sneak attack on the first hit that happens, or is it on the first attack?
It's just, it's not on the, it doesn't have to always be the first. You choose to use attack. Oh, that guy's different. He's the only one though. Yeah. All right. Quandle.
Okay, what is the light situation? Is it backlight or dim light?
It's dim light just because of the canopy in the swamp. But
Okay, then as an interaction with an object, I'll put my weapon away and cast Shadow Blade.
okay.
And then I'll use in Flame Blade to attack the one below me. And it's 4 damage to the one next to it.
Good job.
Okay.
And that's all.
Finn?
So, am I like 2 legs hanging out of a giant toad, or am I like, you know, like 3/4 in its mouth?
You're like 3/4 in. You can still, you know, take actions. Grappled is just your speed is 0.
Yeah, so I can still see the battlefield, but I can also turn and see inside the toad, right?
Sure.
From inside the toad, I'm gonna cast Shatter.
You know what happens when you cast Shatter inside a toad?
Same
thing that happens to everything else.
Yeah, that's...
Alright, my toad is gonna cast Shatter. Is going to try. Shatter's a 10-foot radius though, isn't it? Yes, it is.
Yeah, so I'm taking damage.
Not everybody here.
I'm gonna just accept the damage.
Alright, yeah, acceptable losses, huh? Alright, why don't the PCs roll first? So DC 14 con save, half damage on a pass. Mark, wouldn't you have disadvantage? Creatures made of inorganic material have disadvantage on the save.
If you want, I can roll it again.
I'm pretty sure you're not made of organic material.
I'm sorry about your metal.
Yeah, creatures made of stone, crystal, or metal have disadvantage. Alright, you still pass. So take 7. Finn takes 7. And now for the frogs. They both passed.
Oh.
Alright, barrels.
Okay, bonus action, Healing Spirit. And this is at Finn's feet that are still sticking out.
Sure. Yeah, heal him for 6.
Oh, it didn't link the description, so
You don't need to. I'm well versed in what that spell does. Okay. Finished?
that was my bonus action. As my action, I use the Thorn Whip against this Bullywug here.
Let's see it.
Yeah, no, that's my turn.
Mark?
Okay, I'm going to attack the frog. 1 time. And I'm gonna action surge and attack again.
Alright, 1 hit. Oh, the frog.
Okay.
You said the frog. I'm sorry.
Yeah, the frog.
2 hits.
Nice.
Now the Bullywugs. First, this guy down here attacking barrels again. This is both. Then there's this guy here. And he is going to, you see his throat begins to swell, and he begins to croak very loudly. And he begins to sing a song that will detail your marshy doom. Each creature within 30 feet that can hear the song must make a DC 12. I'm sorry, each creature chosen must make a DC 12 wisdom save, or very, very bad things will happen.
Well,
Does my Fey ancestry help?
Not a charm.
Okay.
If you pass, you take half. So Finn, we're just gonna go with the average. It's 9 damage. So Finn takes 9. If you pass, you're taking only 4. Who hasn't rolled yet? I need Sweet Pea and Barrel. No, Barrel's rolled. I need Sweet Pea and Dusk and Mark.
I rolled a 17.
already rolled
Already rolled.
Where'd you roll? No, you didn't.
before the Glarpat.
Oh, I see. Alright, so you took 9, you took 4. Is that everybody? That's everybody. Cool. So that's what he did. Alright, pot. Oh no! Finn is down? Oh no! Well then, it would probably be very terrible if I were to swallow him. Because he's unconscious, and pretty sure I can't. I can miss, I guess. I did miss. Holy crap.
Oh my
Holy crap. You realize how lucky you are, right?
That's like 2 death saves. Yeah, I
Yeah,
know.
yeah, you would have took 1 for getting hit just now. You would have took another for the swallow. And, I'm sorry, at the start of your turn. Like, wow. That is... Alright. And then the guy on top of the frog is going to attack Mark. So here we go. Royal Spear misses this time. Sad. Oh, don't click it a second time. He can't do that. Bite misses. Sad. Sad frog. Alright, Sweet Pea. Why is that guy still
I'll
alive?
try to finish this guy.
Alright, now he's dead.
Okay. Alright, then I'll just use the rest of my movement, try to get as close as possible to up there. Then that's it.
Dusk?
2 shots.
13 miss.
Okay, that's not working for some reason.
Nunchuck. That's a hit. Bundle.
I use my Shadow Blade to attack the one next to me. And it's dim light, so advantage.
It's a hit and it dies.
That's all.
Start of Finn's turn, he takes damage. It's not enough to kill you, so you just take a failed save.
Healing Spirit, what about that?
What about it? He was swallowed. He was moved out of that square.
Okay.
Didn't the swallow miss?
Oh, you're right. No, yeah, he wasn't swallowed. So, how about you proc the healing spirit? I just really wanted to kill you, I guess.
Again.
I mean, again, I've never killed anyone. Despite
Heal
the
for
entire
2.
channel in the Discord that says otherwise. I don't care about that. Alright, well, at the start of your turn, you're healed by the spirit. You actually can take all your actions then. So, hooray!
Stab it.
It's a hit.
And I think that's all my actions as well. And our bonus action, I'll inspire Mark by saying, "You're not a rusty bucket of bolts. You're my rusty bucket of."
Barrels?
Moving 15 feet. And another cure wounds on myself, so everybody heals for free. That's my turn.
Alright. Mark?
Attacking the toad. Wow.
It is a dead toad.
Nice.
Then it'll be the
And
bullies. Unless you had something else.
can I walk through the reeling spirit space and get the heal?
Yep. You can move through friendlies, but that'll be
Okay.
that double difficult terrain? I don't think that's a thing. It'll just be 10 and then one other square to move out.
Okay. And then I'll move to the same square.
Okay, so proc the healing spirit, Falk.
When he's back, so I'll say it.
And then how many is that? Is that third?
Yeah.
Okay. Sweet Pea.
Wonder if I can reach with my move.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there you go. Okay,
Diagonals
taking
are a
a
thing.
swing.
That is a hit.
Alright, that's it.
And back.
Dusk.
That's as far as I can go, so I'm taking a shot with a bow.
Hey, that rhymed.
It's a miss.
I thought about that rhyme the second I said it. It's just like, ugh.
Quandle.
Okay. Can I finish my movement at this location and still attack the toad, little Bullywug?
So is that it? You're just moving? Alright, I got
Uh,
distracted.
Okay, I'll attack if I can end my movement on the toad's body.
Sure. He's floating away. It's a hit.
And that's all.
Finn? Is Falk here? You need to proc it 2 more times.
Yep. Once I find it.
He didn't move through? No, but he did. Okay. Alright, Finn, what are you doing for turn?
Moving into Quandle's square, and then I'm stabbing the because I'm small. I can do.
Was it another trigger?
No, shouldn't have been.
No, not for moving out. Hit for 7.
So 7 damage, and that's my turn.
Alright, barrels.
Thorn whip against the last guy. And moving to here. That's my turn.
Okay. Mark?
Okay. I'm going to attack. And that's it.
That's a hit for another 7. Bully. He, on his last turn, still defiant. Not ready to go yet. We're going to attack. Miss. Ooh. Take that, Mark.
Your rolls are insane today.
I know, man. It's hot. Sleepy?
Yep. Final blow. Hopefully. Yeah, scratch that. Alright, that's it.
Dusk?
10 feet up, 2 shots.
What? Oh wow.
That will hit. Wow. Anything else? All those ones. Bundle.
Let's stab it. I guess that misses. That's all if it's a miss.
Alright. Yeah, it's missed. Finn?
I assume 14's a miss, so that'll be my turn.
Barrows. Someone just needs to hit him. So let's.
Yeah, no. Another Cure Wounds, this time on Finnegas. So Finnegas heal for 10, everyone else for 3.
Except Sweet Pea. He's out the radius.
Yeah. And that's my turn.
Mark.
And hit.
I was kind of hoping for a 1 there.
Alright, he's dead. You did it!
Yeah.
Minor illusion, a crowd cheering in the background.
Does it look like those other ones are approaching?
No. As the leader falls dead, the rest of them run away. They quickly scatter.
All right, I'm gonna scoop up the spears that all 9 of them had, and
They're
that
little
royal
more than
spear.
sharpened sticks.
Okay, then just the royal one.
Even the royal spear is a sharpened stick, just slightly larger.
I still want it.
Sure, but for the second time, items and equipment used by monsters are often in disrepair and not of value.
Yep, this one is just a souvenir.
Okay, I'm walking into the Reeling Spirit.
Yeah, there should be 3 procs remaining.
Yeah, 3.
Wait, what's your...
Just walk back and forth.
The spirit can't heal constructs.
What? Do you know how to bring out my repair oil?
Does it really say that?
So, yep, it does.
But he's not a construct. I think
It
Warforged
cannot.
creature type is humanoid.
It says it cannot heal constructs or undead.
Yes, but a Warforged creature type is humanoid, not construct. It's a mechanical difference.
So, how many blocks do I have
You have 3
to
remaining.
roll now?
Alright, now what? Search the
Should we go investigate that cave?
Here we go. They got it.
Yeah.
Sounds like a good idea.
I'm taking up the back and hiding as best as I can as we move.
I'm climbing inside your cape.
Where'd it go?
Because I can hide in your space.
But also thanking Barrels profusely for being just the best.
Yeah, I agree. Thank you, Barrels, you absurdly racist bird.
One second.
Well, I don't have an answer for that. That is not insulting, so. Just gonna accept it, not my head.
So, to the cave, I guess.
Yep, cave sounds good.
Alright. Through the cave. You get inside, you start looking around, and you see that it's very obviously a Bullywug's hovel. And there's bits of food that have kind of been stored and is slowly rotting. And you find King Gulpagor's treasure tucked away in one of the corners. It looks like a helmet, but it's turned upside down so as to be more of a bowl used to hold things. And inside of it is a large amount of silverish coins. Also nearby is a large book.
Can I read it?
Yes, you can. Picking up the book, you can see clearly written on the side. It is a manual of bodily health.
Damn, that's nice.
That's a pog.
Jackpot.
So let the fight begin. Who gets it?
We got one in our game yesterday too. We solved it by playing rock paper scissors.
I feel like there's people who have better use of it than I would, so I'll step out of that.
I mean-
And barrels is also gonna pass.
Really?
An increase of 2 isn't going to do much.
It increases your Constitution save modifier by 1, which means better concentration checks and more hit points.
So being basically a melee wizard, I think I would like to attempt to get it. If you guys want to like roll a d20 or something.
I'll go for it too.
Yeah, I'll step out of the.
Would exercise and diet actually help Warforged?
That's what I was thinking.
Maybe it's coiling in stack actions.
Yeah.
So is it between the two of us?
Yeah, just go ahead and roll for it if that's what everybody agrees on.
Okay, d20.
Ooh, that's
Yeah,
a
you got
pretty
it.
high bar. Alright, Quandle, you have a book.
Yay!
With rage and how much health barbarians get eventually anyways, it's probably the best idea.
Alright. What would you like to do next?
Scooping up those coins in that helmet.
The coins you see are like silver. They are not made of silver, and you can definitely tell they're not like the Electrum that you had found earlier either. It is something different. What is it? The helmet. The helmet is magical as well. It let me see if I can find a picture. helm. No picture. It appears to be made out of brass. And on the front of the helmet, it's got like a glass window that seems to like seal in the front.
Is Finnegus going to identify it?
Yeah, I can do.
Alright, you can even take 10 minutes to do it as a ritual. It is a helm of underwater action. While wearing this brass helmet, you can breathe underwater, gain dark vision with a range of 60 feet, and gain a swim speed of 30 feet. And those coins are platinum pieces.
Ooh, nice.
A lot of them.
How?
I know, right?
Jesus.
I was
Wow.
like, is that for real? Like, yeah, apparently 35 platinum, 325 platinum pieces. That's a hell of a haul
Holy.
for a level 3.
Oh, jeez. We found the booty.
All right, guys, time to retire.
Yeah.
Yeah, for real.
That's a nice helmet too. Whoever wants it. Does that dark vision apply to everywhere or just underwater?
Everywhere.
Oh, it sounds like a Finnegan type thing to me.
If nobody else wants it, Finnegas will have it.
You're the only one who would benefit from dark vision.
Yeah, and he might drown in this swamp because of
Also
the.
true.
Wow. That's sizest. I'm taking my bardic inspiration away from you.
Alright. Let me see.
I just imagine him wearing those Bioshock helmets, just one on his head.
That was 8 times 50. Plus, what's the croaker different? 450. $200. $700. Shar 1750 divided CX. 291 experience each. And then that's where we're gonna wrap it up for today. Another short episode. I'm sorry, but I've got stuff I need to do and not enough time to do it, so I'm gonna have to wrap this up. Thanks everybody for coming and hanging out. Appreciate you being here. If you enjoyed the stream, make sure you hit that follow button. If you haven't already, join us in the Discord. It's where we hang out through the week. That's where you need to be if you want to get involved in a game yourself. And also check out the schedule so you can see all the days we stream Dungeons & Dragons on this channel. We will be back tomorrow night at 7 for the Dungeon of the Mad Mage. It's going to be a lot of fun. See you later, everybody.